We're going to answer a question from our students. My husband and I are married for 1 year. However, we've been together for 7 years. We got married and we moved to another country. He works a lot, and when he's at home, he's always sleeping all day. Or when he wakes up, he goes to the computer, and I'm totally alone. But I'm very calm, so I take care of everything. I take care of the house, the clothes, the food. Almost always caring. I like to care for him. But after we got married, he's absent, and he can only maximize my mistakes. Everything that is wrong, it's my fault. If I take too long to open the door, he gets angry. He looks at me with bad face. If I'm cooking, and then if I touch my arm in the pan, he said I'm lazy because I don't pay attention. Then that's why I burn myself. Anyways, everything I do, he always sees the bad side of things. Always, in everything, in anything. If I'm walking the streets and I kick, he complains. Anyways, everything. He always has a pointing finger at me, and I am tired. I'm alone, and every time he accuses me, I become more dry inside. I get drier inside, and to I'm starting to I'm tired of so many complaints, nonsense. Please help me. Well, you're married with an abuser, emotional abuser. May he be conscious about this or not, this is what's happening, because in this relationship, only he wins. He only takes from you, and you basically don't gain anything, since you're tired, feeling used. Sometimes, or most of the times, the abuser, like in your case, the case of your husband, he has no conscience of what he's doing. It comes from a long time. Probably it comes from his family where he grew up. And if he doesn't have a treatment, a shock treatment, a strong reason to shake him, to make him understand that what he's doing is unacceptable, then he probably won't wake up from this nightmare that he's living and leaving you, making you leave also. So I don't know what form and how you can try to communicate this to him, but he needs to be shaken about this. And also, probably you have put him as the center of everything in your life, right? Because it's normal when the woman, she's a virtuous woman, she likes to care for the house, she likes to make her husband happy, right? She have this pleasure. She has to be careful, because sometimes in trying to make her best, she puts all effort to make her husband happy, and she annuls herself. And in this process of she's always trying to please, she annuls herself. And in his turn, when he feels like the son of her planet, he doesn't like to be there. So he looks at her. He looks her from down, and makes you feel. He makes you feel even worse, because I have seen this a behavior that is very common on men. Men like when the woman is strong, when the woman is strong, when she's very sensitive, very fragile. It looks like he doesn't know how to manage women like this. So they end up breaking them, stepping on her. Like an elephant in a crystal store. It's more or less like this. A person that doesn't know how to deal with that. So a woman, she has to be strong. She has to be virtuous. She has to be a good and gentle woman, caring. But she cannot be weak. She cannot be do everything for him and do nothing for herself, to be this person that she has to please. She has to please all the time, and if she doesn't please, she gets sad. Because this puts him up on the pedestal and makes her feel inferior, diminished, and fragile. So it's easy to step on her. She needs to take him from the center of her life. This is something that she has to do something consciously in the daily life. This is something that I had to do. Take the husband from out of the center of her life. He cannot be the sun of your planet. You have to take him from this position. You have to understand the following. Well, you have values. You are a woman that has everything that to make him happy, and if he doesn't want it, what you want to do, he's losing. He's missing. It's not you who has to do more and more and more, and that it's never enough for him. No, you have enough to make him happy. If he doesn't accept it, then he's losing. He's not seeing the value, but you cannot get into his and not see your value either. So we have a tool to make a start. It's a challenge from out of value, self-value. We created this to help people like you. So, how to do this? A challenge from the self-worth. Go to my blog, renatocardoso.com, and search for the challenge for self-challenge. Hear this audio and start to apply in your marriage, at least for 30 days. And this is the start. It's not the final solution. It's not everything. But it will give you a new mentality of how to deal with all of this. But the main thing is for you to search the strength for you to become independent of this relationship. Like the reason for your life. Well, Renato, it's good for us to mention that this is why many women end up having this difficulty to relate with men. You see that this is something that makes the woman close herself. And sometimes men, they go like, well, woman doesn't respect me. She's wrong. Yes, that's right. For going to other terms, but see where she's coming from with all these movements. The way that many men cannot deal with a woman that is delicate, a fragile woman that wants to please. He cannot take this. And this finishes her. If it was for her to flourish in this marriage, he kneels and raises this woman. That's why intelligent men have to understand. If you're a man, you're losing your marriage, learn once and for all that you, in the loving area, you're ignorant. Learn this. Recognize, be humble, be the first one to recognize that you doesn't know anything. This is the proof that you don't know anything, is that your husband is ending. Your wife, you fell in love with her when you met her, when you married her, and today she is a broken lamp. And who broke this lamp? It was you. You broke this lamp. So if you want to change, if you want to restore your marriage, be smart. Do like the man, this intelligent man who has done the love therapy. So I invite you to be with us in the Temple of Solomon at 8 p.m. If you want our help, we will help you. So come prepared to listen and to practice. Okay? I'll give you the address, the Temple of Solomon in São Paulo.